And that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid 30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so?
Go ahead.
Um, my from my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would
That's
you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry.
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So
I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average. So
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love your
I'm
stuff.
giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The
I'm
advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay, average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there. But when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in
Well,
control.
then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids and you're average. And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 foot, 106 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, but if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So, what is your advice for
Okay.
women that
All right. I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
you're being so mean?
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean. Well, I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
I have no problem with what he just said. I agree. I honestly was not going to do a video on this until I started seeing the comments on this. And this what inspired me to do a video. So let's go and get into it. Deal with this behavior issue once again. Now, this brother that's speaking, you can find him on YouTube. His name is Kevin Samuel. So check out his YouTube page. That's a long story short. This brother, he's a fashion consultant, and he also gives relationship advice on his own platform. So that's pretty much what he does. In this particular episode, this woman, she decides to call him on Zoom and ask for relationship advice. Now, as you see in the video, she was talking, and one of her expectations is that she was looking for a man who has a 6-figure salary. So that's a long story short. Kevin, he begins to tell her that she's not qualified. She's not on that caliber of a level to be with a man or who she's requesting for. So the reason why I'm doing this perspective video is that, like I say, these comments that I've been seeing on her, and it's been very interesting, preferably from women, preferably from black women. Now, first of all, I want to address what y'all been talking about in these comments. A lot of y'all been talking about how the way he was saying it to her. Y'all was saying that he was being rude. He was being way too upfront with her. Just like I say, I agree with what he was saying. Sometimes it takes for people to be brutally honest with someone, to let them get it, to let them understand. Let me give you a case in point, and we just gonna flip the script on this. All right. Now, ladies, there are so many men who have dealt with this situation that Kevin is telling this woman right now. There are so many men who dealt with this. There are so many men who dealt with rejection. They felt like that they was on this level and they looking for this certain type of woman, knowing that they don't qualify for that level. So what it end up happening when that dude end up going into the DMs, when he end up shooting his shot, what end up happening? If that dude is not on your certain level, y'all gonna reject that dude. Some of y'all go to the extreme with it too. And I've seen videos of this where women, they'll literally be on Facebook Live and the dude try to shoot his shot with her and she'll literally reject him on Facebook Live, belittle him and everything. Make it seem like what he did was totally wrong, totally unacceptable, and belittle him in the process. I've seen some women emasculate men too who does that. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all the ones who be the ones on Facebook and Instagram that set up to screenshot these men's while they up in your DMs. You screenshot them to my look at this dude. Oh, he just thirsty, or he's a simp. He's that, he's this and that and whatever. That's what y'all do. Now here it is, a man, well seasoned man, and everything that he's talking about is his opinion, by the way. Here it is, a well-seasoned man, and he's being brutally honest with this woman and telling her, like, hey, what you asking for, you don't even qualify for that, period. Just take this L for what it is. Maybe you need to, pretty much what he was saying, maybe you need to lower your standards because what you asking for, you don't qualify for that. So what was wrong with him saying that? Let me flip the script on y'all again about this, all right? Let's say, for example, that you're trying to pursue a career into whatever field that it is, and you're going out for an interview, right? Let's say, for example, you go to that interview, the person who's interviewing you trying to see, do you qualify for the position that you asked for. So they begin to interview you, asking these different questions to see if you qualify. At the end of the interview, they either going to say that you're a candidate that we're looking for, or they're going to say that you underqualified, or they're going to say that you overqualified. In this particular situation, Kevin was telling her that she was underqualified for what she was looking for. She's underqualified. That's all he was telling her. It wasn't nothing wrong with how he's saying it. It wasn't even nothing wrong with his delivery at all, to be honest with you. I didn't see no part of him being rude until the very end when he started getting frustrated with her because she wouldn't listen to him. She kept coming up with all these excuses, all these different excuses. Imagine, once again with this interview tonight, imagine you going to a job interview and the interviewer telling you that, hey, these are the certain things that you're looking for. Then you make an excuse like, well, I don't have computer skills, but I can do this and that or whatever. That has nothing to do with the position that you're trying to qualify for. Eventually, the interviewer will get frustrated with you. Like, look, you wasting my time. I'm trying to tell you that you do not qualify, that you just can't take a hint. Now, do that sound familiar? Do that sound very familiar, ladies who have a problem with this? It sounds familiar to me. Well, when that dude try to go and shoot a shot and talk to you, and he be persistent, trying to probe it and push it and push it and push it. What do y'all tell them? Oh, you being thirsty now. Oh, you need to go somewhere. Then y'all even have the audacity to even lie about it. Some of y'all had the audacity to say, oh, I got a boyfriend. Oh, I'm in a relationship. Lying like ain't nothing. Like you know that you ain't in a relationship. Lying. So this situation is no different. All except the corner of the turn. This dude is brutally honest with her. To be honest with you, and this is from a professional point of view, a lot of therapists is scared to tell people the honest truth about how the way they really feel about their young clients. They really do. So they stick to the script to telling their clients what they want to hear, and with a little bit of seasoned salt on there just to give the client some guidance. That's it. But that's not what the therapist really be thinking about. What the therapist really be thinking about is how the way Kevin's expressing himself. What them therapists be really be thinking about is like, man, if this fool don't get it together, you don't even know how messed up you really are. Now, I really want to tell you how messed up you really are, but at the same time, I ain't trying to get fined. I'm not trying to get put in all these review stuff, so I'm just going to tell you what you need to hear and be done with it. I think therapists need to be more brutally honest with people, to be honest with you, and tell them like how it is instead of sticking to the script. To be honest with you, because a lot of people need this tough love. They need to hear the truth so they can make a choice. And when people tell you the truth about choices, it don't have nothing to do with trying to manipulate you. It don't have nothing to do with trying to discourage a person or anything like that. When they being honest and upfront with you. Now, bearing in mind, there are people out there who be brutally honest with people, and their whole intent is to hurt that person. But not in this particular situation. Not in this particular situation at all. All Kevin was doing is being honest with this lady and letting her know the truth. This is where you at. You have these expectations, but this is where you at in life. And to be honest with you, you asked me for my honest opinion. My honest opinion is that you need to level down. That's all he was saying. Level down. Stick with average people because you're pretty much is average. Then he made another point too, saying that look, even though you have six figures or whatnot, the men of the level that you trying to seek, they don't care about your money because they already got their money. So first off the rip, your money ain't even nothing that you can't even bring to the table to them because they already got it. So why they need it? Because they already got it. So what else you have to offer? And then another thing too, which I was looking at the woman crazy, is when Kevin challenged her, right? Kevin challenged her and asked her on the scale from 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself? Without saying 7. The reason why he said without saying 7 is this is that most people say a 7 to try to make 7 the magic number to balance it out. That's why he said without saying the number 7. What do you rate yourself? In a weird way, she rated herself a 5 without makeup, a 6 with it. Who does that? Who? Now, I personally rate myself as a 10. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care how y'all feel about it. I rate myself as a 10 every single time because I know my self worth. I know who I am. I know how strong of a person, of a man that I am. So I would never underrate myself, ever. I will always be rated as a 10. Now, if you feel differently about that, so it doesn't bother me because it is what it is. Now, am I this type of one man who's attracted to where women are attracted to me? Yeah. Or there are also women who are not attracted to me? Absolutely, yeah. But just because they're not attracted to me, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna underrate myself. I'm gonna say, oh man, I'm fine because of the women they're not attracted to me. Who cares? I don't care. It doesn't even matter. It do not matter at all. So heck yeah, I'm gonna rate myself as a 10 every single time. It is what it is. Now, would I consider trying to find top notch or top level women and whatnot? To be honest with you, and this don't have nothing to do with confidence whatsoever. To be honest with you, I believe in staying in my lane. If I know that I'm not in that level to compete with six-figure salary women or Instagram women or whoever it is, I stay in my lane. I chill because in most cases, anyway, and this is my honest opinion about it, my unpopular opinion about it. Most women, to me, who are on that level, like IG women, who are with six-figure salaries, just like this woman, most of the time, they be having some behavior issues going on with them anyway. They do. They have some type of behavior issue going on with them. And that's the reason why they stay single. I see it all the time. Even on my pages, my Facebook page, my Instagram pages, what else? I'm on Snapchat sometimes, YouTube. I see the same as that thing. I see women around who are single, and sometimes I'll be thinking about that too. I'm like, why? I mean, if y'all look a certain way, that y'all present yourself, and y'all selling yourself like this on social media, why are y'all still single? And some of them, I've been friends with them on Facebook for years, and still the same play, still single, still trying to sell themselves. And I'll be wondering that, like, why is it that these men is not trying to shoot their shot with them? What is going on? That's something to think about, ladies. So that's the end. This I agree with Kevin. Everything that he said that he's talking about, I believe that it need to be said. And once again, there's an old saying: if the shoe fit, then wear it. There's another old saying: if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So Kevin, he wasn't talking about every black woman in the whole entire world need to have this, or his opinion was about every black woman in the world. No, his opinion was strictly for this woman and for other women who think like this. Period. So if you fit into that category, absolutely he was talking about you. If you don't fit into that category, he is not talking about you. Period. So y'all let me know what you